Howdy, gang, and welcome once again to the Duct Tape Studios. I'm Jeff McAleer, your host, here at the Gaming Gang channel. Thanks for joining me once again. Today, I am going to dive into unbox and take a first look at Blackhorse from Tiny Battle Publishing. This is designed by Enrico Veracona with art provided by Jose Ramon Fara. And I'm pretty sure I've probably mispronounced at least one, if not both of those names. I apologize. This war game is for 2 players, ages 14 and up, and does carry an MSRP of $55. It is available right now. So let's swing on over to the other camera because here I've got Blackhorse. Do want to mention that the fine folks over at Tiny Battle Publishing were kind enough to provide me with this review copy, but neither I nor anyone else affiliated with the Gaming Gang has received any other sort of compensation for me to take a look at this game and share this coverage with you. These days, it's very important that you know that. All right, let's take a look at the back here. Summer 1989. The Iron Curtain is not coming down. Tensions are high. Will war return to Europe? Blackhorse is a grand tactical game of furious mechanized command in the summer of 1989. Units are companies and platoons. Hexes are 1,000 meters across. Turns are 3 hours each, using an innovative system emphasizing friction and the importance of command and control. Blackhorse puts the player in the shoes of the commanding generals of the Soviet 79th Guards Tank Division and an array of U.S. units, drawn from the 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment and the 3rd Armored Division. Cold War is turned hot. Will you be up to the task? All right, let's dive on in and take a peek. First thing we'll take a look at, of course, is going to be the rule book. Let's see what we've got here. So here we've got our rule book. It's like we've got a couple of maybe player aids, or at least one player aid. So this looks like this is a Fulda Gap situation. So it says Blackhorse is a grand tactical game depicting a hypothetical clash between units of the 79th Guards Tanks Division, 8th Guards Army, group of Soviet forces Germany, and elements of the 11th Armored Cavalry, the Blackhorse Regiment, and 3rd Armored Division, 5 Corps, 7th Corps in the late spring, early summer of 1988. Okay, so on the back it said 89. Now it says 88. All righty. Okay, so we've got an explanation of our units. So this is, looks like this is our armor piercing attack rating. So that's the cannon on this. That is the AP range. So then this says second AP attack rating and second AP range, armor rating, high explosives attack, and hit range, and then our unit ID. It says counters are divided broadly into 2 categories: units representing real-world military organizations and their equipment, and markers to record specific game functions. Taking a look at some of the combat units here. So we've got the US, we've got Soviets, and we've got some of the informational markers as well. It's a headquarter unit. Important concepts, we've got armor rating. It says the number on the white background on the top right corner is the armor value used to defend against AP fire attacks. If it is a thick black border, it indicates a mechanized infantry unit subject to special rules 9.3 and 9.4. So we've got command range, direct and general support, disruption, engagement status, hard targets, order, snafu, soft targets, Soviet player stacking, superior HQ, unit ID, US player, and vehicles. So this is almost like a glossary as opposed to important concepts. So we've got our sequence of play. We've got the initiative phase, the command phase, which only takes place during the dawn turns. We've got our orders phase, and then recovery and cleanup. So it looks like both players roll a d10 to determine initiative. The heart of Blackhorse lies in its command system. At its core is a reverse command point system. Rather than a fixed number of actions that can be conducted each turn, the system allows theoretically unlimited activation of formations and units in a single turn. The downside is an ever-increasing risk of negative consequences, from minor mishaps to a complete shutdown of a formation as command and control is stressed and overloaded by combat. Okay, interesting. It's talking about headquarters. Orders and the order phase. What kind of orders do we have? Airstrike, assault, call for fire, coordination, engage, fire combat, movement, posture, rally, and resupply. I believe that's the extent of the actions, and then you can pass rather than activating an HQ unit. So I would take a guess you need to activate your HQ unit in order to issue any orders to the units under its command. So we got fire combat. So we have our fire values, line of sight, our armor piercing fire, some information specifically about the Soviet AT-8 Cobra, which I think is a missile. High explosive combat results. So it looks as if our units focus on headquarter units and armor and mechanized forces. So we've got airstrikes. Here are scenarios. So we get 4 scenarios in a campaign game. Scenario 1 is an introductory scenario, postulating an out-of-the-barracks sneak attack. Scenarios 2 and 3 are snippets of the campaign game. Scenario 4 is the whole campaign covering the first few days. Scenario 1 is Here They Come. Scenario 2, Steel Dawn, the 79th Attacks. Scenario 3, Fix, Pivot, Punch. And Scenario 4, The Early Morning of War, the Battle for Fulda. And we got some designer notes. It's like relatively extensive designer notes. Cool. And a bibliography. Okay, so those are the rules. Look pretty concise. Here's our 10-sided die. We've got our terrain charts. And then combat results, our snafu table, airstrike generation. So it looks like each player gets a copy. That's cool. We've got our order summary here to tell us what each of those orders represent. We have, it's like we've got mats for the combatants. So we've got, it's a formation card, I guess, formation status card. So for the Soviets and the US, it's kind of cool. You know what? Got the autofocus on. I'll see if I can get rid of some of that glare. Give folks a better look here. As long as the Panasonic's behaving with the autofocus. Okay, so we've got those. We've got a paper map. I think we'll save that last. Let's take a look at the units. And one thing I always notice with Tiny Battle Publishing games as well as Flying Pig games, their counter sheets are always cut really well, so the counters just pop right on out. Right there. I already got a couple that have popped out. Okay, so we've got the U.S. forces here. Give you a peek at these. And it certainly looks like they are outnumbered. Dual-sided. Artwork looks solid on these. There we go. As those pop right out into my hand. Okay, and then finally, this is where we've got some of our informational counters. Looks like we also have some equipment, some weapons, some disrupted counters there, low supply, lightly engaged. Actually, it was lightly engaged that I saw. There's no supply to counters here. All right, so we've got 3 counter sheets. And then finally, we have our map. Pretty cool cartography on this. Looks like our turn tracker is up here. So our turn track and our day track. So we've got the 4 days of the scenario, the campaign, I guess I should say. All right, very nice. So we have the paper map, and I should point out that it is treated a little bit. It's not just matte paper. Got our counter sheets, our 2 status cards, our 2 player aids, as well as our rule book. That is what we find when we take everything from Blackhorse outside the box. So stay tuned. I will hopefully have a review of Blackhorse in the not too distant future. Once again, this is for 2 players, ages 14 and up. It is available right now. It does carry an MSRP of $55. All righty, very nice, very nice. So that's it for this time out. If you like this video, by all means, please give it a quick thumbs up. Subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel if you haven't already. And if you do subscribe, don't forget, ring that bell. It'll not only let you know when I share videos such as this unboxing, it'll also inform you when my live stream, the Gaming Gang Dispatch, airs Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday evenings right here on YouTube at 7 p.m. Central as I bring you the latest in tabletop gaming news. Of course, when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit thegaminggang.com for all latest in, once again, tabletop gaming news, reviews, and a whole lot more you will not find here on the YouTube channel. You know the drill. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. Once again, I'm Jeff McAleer. Thank you for watching, and until I see you next time, here's hoping all of you get to enjoy plenty of great gaming with your gang.